searching for the good in our neighborhoods and each other. Not just finding what's wrong, but what's right. A true reflection of Cincinnati. Find the good in your mornings. Good Morning Tri-State.
This is WCPO 9 News.
Thanks for joining us for WCPO 9 News. I'm Kristen Hartman. Here's a look at some of the day's top stories. After a night of protests that escalated into violence, Mayor John Cranley and the Cincinnati Police Chief, Elliot Isaac, have announced a mandatory curfew starting at 10 tonight for downtown, over the Rhine, the West End, and the Banks. Protesters have demanded justice for George Floyd, who died after a Minneapolis police officer kneeled on his neck during an arrest. Protests against police brutality have swept the nation. The Kentucky National Guard has been activated by Governor Andy Beshear in response to continued protests in Louisville. The city saw a second night of heated protests overnight. People there are protesting George Floyd's death as well, on top of the Louisville killing of Breonna Taylor by police. She was shot 8 times as officers executed a no-knock search warrant at her home, but they weren't looking for her. Attorney General William Barr is blaming these violent protests on, quote, far-left extremist groups and violent radical elements. He did not offer any evidence to support this statement. AG Barr says investigations into the death of George Floyd will continue on the state and the federal level. The Justice Department has opened an investigation into whether the Minneapolis officers involved in Floyd's death committed federal civil rights violations. Today marks a new era of spaceflight. The SPACEX Dragon capsule launched successfully from Cape Canaveral, Florida this afternoon. It is the first astronaut launch from American soil in nearly a decade and the first in a commercial spacecraft. 2 astronauts are on their way to the International Space Station.
And Kristen, only one more day left in the month of May. We're going to end it on a cool and dry note. We had 73 degrees today for a high. We're supposed to be at 78. It's going to take another couple of days before those temperatures advance to that. What we're seeing tonight is 51 degrees, and we'll see our winds nice and fairly light out of the north. We're going to see temperatures a little bit cooler tomorrow. We're in the wake of a cold front that brought the rain on Friday. Well, we're still feeling that cooler air filter in. So 70 degrees for your high on Sunday. As we go into the 1st of June, which is on Monday, temperatures will back in the lower to mid 70s, and we're going to just jump right into the 80s by Tuesday, and a warm front will come over. That means we'll see that warm front lifting the air, warming us up before the chance of rain with a cold front. Late Wednesday into Thursday will be a dry stretch before we see rain.